Welcome back to Court Farm, and our corn is finally ready. Seem to be saying that a lot lately between this series and the last one on Attingham. So, what do we need? Combine, fine. Animals are okay for food at the minute. We may need to top them up later, but for now, I think we're going to attempt to use the class to move the corn header. Ooh. Crash count +1. And then what we'll do is we'll get that sort of in the gateway and then attempt to get the combine in without ruining too much of the crop. So let's give this a whirl. Now I'm thinking we're going to need two. One be... oh no, we should be... yeah, sorry. Thinking we will be the right way around once we get out onto the road. Yes, we will. Lovely. Right, let's get a beacon on. Get some hazards on. And we'll go and block some traffic. So, yes, luckily we haven't had to skip too much time to be harvesting the corn. Now, I don't think that is going to fit through the gateway like that. Not a... ugh, of course there would be a car, wouldn't there? No, that is not going to go through there. So, is there another way into the field? I don't think there is. So it's unfortunately going to be a case of destroying some of the crops. But needs must and all that. So let's give this a whirl. They are waiting incredibly patiently for us. There we go. Are we on the... we're on the gate with the boom. Oh, for... what is going on? There we go. Amazing start to the episode. So, if I haven't lost you already, bear with me, won't you? This is going to be a real struggle. Poor crops. Trying to just edge it round. Probably could have done that better. Let me think. See, at least doing it... whoa, caravanist. Live, you get to see the thought process. Oh dear. Right, I think that will do there. Right. Find ourselves the combine. We'll get unfolded now. Flashes on. Beacons on. There we go. Right, let's get hooked up and make a start. So just making ourselves a bit of space and attempting to not do any more damage than we already have done to the crops. In this case, the corn. Now, I think next time we plant, we're going to need to leave ourselves some room. Also, we're going to need to leave probably a bit more of a track down to the other field, which is field number 8. So, we need to think about that. Let's get the gate shut. Come on. Come on. There we go. No, not through the moving header parts. There we go. Right, and relax. So, still running it at ×5. I don't think that we need to be going any slower than that currently. We have got rain due about 9 o'clock. So, there may be a brief interlude in the harvesting, but nothing that causes us too much hassle. Now, the other thing I want to look at is... So, we've got beets in both of these, haven't we? So, they're not ready yet, which is good. Everything else is looking mighty fine. And this is our first proper harvest in our own field, which is always good. So yeah, we're doing alright for yield. Nice and green, which is what we want, even considering that we hadn't limed it. We only did the nitrogen. So, yeah. Pleased with what we're getting so far. We are lucky that most of our crop fields do have a decent soil makeup. I think it's just the grass ones that are mainly the silty clay. But yeah, loving this end of the map and the backdrop that we've got to work with. So what episode is this? He says, looking at his folder with all the previous episodes listed in. So this is episode 5. Wowzers. We're getting through it. I have paused the oaks for a bit. Haven't finished on there by any means. We've got a massive debt to clear on there of about just over £1 million, I think. So, yeah, it's not done with it at all. But I'm thinking about having a bit of a redo on Saxthorpe, because that map, to me, deserves more than I was putting into it at the start, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I mean, I've recorded 3 episodes, but there's nothing to say we can't have a bit of a reboot. So I think that is the plan. Won't be a mega long series, but I do want to actually put some, it's not time and it's not effort, but play it how I play normally, not just a time lapse. I think yeah, I was umming and ahhing about it. I did it, and don't get me wrong, excuse me, it's done reasonably well for views. But it just didn't sit right, so we will be starting again there at some point. I'm not sure when. I really want to get this series established first before doing anything else. So let's just reset that. And then Control-Alt-W sets the width. Lovely. And we are harvesting. So 56% full, which isn't bad, really. I've hooked the JCB up to the trailer. That's all ready. Now, my only thinking is that at some point I want to have a bit of a play with the auto drive route around the yard, just so hopefully we can get it so that we can get to tip into the silo. But it's going to take a little bit of thinking about. Shouldn't be too difficult to do. I think it's going to involve a reverse course, but I seem to be having more luck with those lately. But we'll see. If I can get it to just do it on a loop, then I will. But yeah, I had a quick look here and I was like, no, that needs a little bit more thought than I'd got time to do. So I will do the headlands on here. We'll get them finished, and I will see you either when we're unloading for the first time or when we are opening up the field and not driving through hedges. And just like that, it's raining. Never mind. So let's get round here. We'll get the combine unloaded. I think we're about 80%, I think. And we'll get the combine all closed up. We'll get this covered over. And we will wait for the rain to pass. Now, we made our loan payment. So we've got 70 grand left to pay. Another 3 years to go, but we'll try and get it paid off before then. Now, I don't know, I'm looking in there, we've got no crops yet. Are there any ploughing contracts that we could do? Field 17, is that? We could do that, couldn't we? We could grab our new plough that we haven't used yet. We could take that on whilst we wait for the rain to pass, I think. So that is a plan. That covered over. We will leave the trailer there. But first, let's get the combine all folded up. So auger in. We'll lower the header. And we will fold up the combine. There we go. Turn that off. Get back into the JCB and we'll start ploughing. Now, depending on time, we may set it off on... Am I even going to get through there? Yeah, loads of room. He says. Concentration. Want to go quiet? There we go. Right. So I might set it on course play. Because running at ×5, it's not going to be long for the rain to pass. So we can turn off the hazards now. Ooh. We might actually need to purchase a front weight at some point. So I think what we'll do is we'll have a look at what we've got. Or actually no, I'll tell you what we'll do. Rather than just spending the money, we'll see how the tractor performs without. And then we'll get one if we need to. So let's get hooked up to that. Let's let the game save. We will accept the contract. Only a couple of grand, but like I say, all these little £2,000-3,000 here and there will help us with buying things. What a stupid thing to say. So let's go this way and then back up. Crash count +2. There we go. Right, I will see you in the field when we've started the ploughing. So one of the features that I believe Oxygen David added when he was fixing the rabbits, I think, before this was obviously before Court Farms was released, but a stupid thing to say. In between a submission, it failing, him fixing the rabbits, he added his different plough texture, which does actually look pretty cool, to be fair. Just looks a bit more, I don't know, I guess 3D, I suppose you'd say. So yeah, it's cool to actually be. No, that was a. There we go. I was about to use the Wopster's GPS controls then when I'm actually using BC8. But yeah, it's going well. Now I know you probably wouldn't plough in the rain, but we haven't got the mud mod installed. There was actually one released today on Mod Hub called, I think it was Rain Pain, which I think from the quick read that I had, basically it, rather than, I think it damages the equipment if you're working in the rain, which I don't know. It's not... It probably doesn't do that. Well, it wouldn't do that in real life. However, it's another deterrent to not be ploughing and doing stuff in the rain. So, yeah, quite cool. And either way, somebody has worked out how to do that mod. So it's cool. Kudos to the creator. And yeah, having done for me, well, I think they're simple. Having tried to do simple things, the people that do the scripting mods, like the one Disturbed did a video preview of it yesterday. I think it's by Glowin, and I'm going to absolutely butcher the name of the mod, but basically I think it's Dashboard Live, I think. So when I say yesterday, I'm talking for... What is going on? I'm talking for me, not for you. So it's Friday the 21st. And yeah, so it was yesterday, Thursday. Basically, it takes the mini-map, and if I just jump in cab for a second, if we'd got a screen like this here, it put either... I think you have to add it, but it basically shows the map here. So you could be running in HUD off mode and still have a map to show where you are on the map, and I just think that's so cool. So cool. But yeah, so mods like that where it adds to the realism, you know, because if you're driving along, you know, if we went for a drive now and I was in cab and we were, you know, trying to be immersive and have the HUD off, steering wheel's not straight, there we go, I wouldn't know where I was going, basically. So that, it's just such an enabler, and opens up, you know, could you put precision farming info on there, yield rates for combines, you know, all that sort of stuff where it's additional information in the cab. You can be in, you know, a bit more immersive, and it would be cool. And I think, again, that's one where the mod where it has got such potential. It's quite scary, actually, the things that those guys can actually do. So let me crack on. I will do a bit more, and yeah, we'll catch back very soon. So rapidly approaching 11 o'clock, and that is when the rain is due to stop. Now, whether it will or not is another matter. Bought ourselves a weight, 1.5 ton sumo weight. This is a hedge. This is a mod by Mark Thor, available on his Discord, and had it in JCB yellow just to match the fast track and be a little bit bling at the same time. You get excited about weights like I am, then you're such a saddo. But yeah, it looks good and is helping. I was finding that we were catching the plough on the ground when we were turning. So like now, for instance, it was just bobbing the tractor a little bit much. So yeah, stuck the weight on, and that is fixed. I can hear the rain stopping. Let's mind the tree. Get back on our line, which is this one. So I think what we'll do is, now I had set this to do courseplay, and I thought, well, what else am I going to do? Just sit and watch the rain pass. I mean, we could have just left this running, could have grabbed a Massey, that would have done fine, all in the corn to the silo, but I thought, well, might as well just sit and do it. And I'm quite glad I have, getting me used to the keys for VCA. So yeah, job's a good one. It's not actually taking too long, and the tractor is pulling it absolutely fine. Now, it is quite a flat field, so probably not the best of tests. Come on. Need you to lower down, please. Thank you. So yeah, we'll carry on, finish the up and down rows, and in fact, that is why there's a massive gap this side. I'd put like 5 or 6 headlands in on course play, set it off, and it was just, yeah, thought I'd do it myself. So we'll catch all those bits, not to worry. Thought the rain was stopping, but clearly not. We'll have to give it a few hours just to dry out. We don't have a drying facility in our silo. Yeah, we'll have to sort of wait until it dries out somewhat. There is a corn dryer mod, actually. Polish corn dryer add-on, I think it is. But we haven't got that, so yeah, we'll have to simulate giving a few hours just for the corn to dry out a bit. But yeah, then we can crack on and get the harvesting done. So the field is 90% complete, and so what I've done, and I don't know whether it's right or wrong, I've done the majority of the body of the field. I've left one run up that end, and I've left one run up that end. So my plan is to do this bottom headland now, I think, and then work up one, come back down the grass headland, go back up the other, and then work the top of the field. I don't know if it's right, wrong, indifferent. But it's, yeah, it's my weird sort of logic, at least, anyway. Don't get me wrong, there's a few little bits on the edges of the field that have been missed. But I think, all in all, we've done a reasonably good job. So, it's not perfect, but it'll do for what we're contracted to do, let's say. There we go. And I'll tell you something, this JCB is proving to be quite the workhorse at the moment. I'm very, very pleased with it. I tend to class them as more karting tractors because clearly they are faster. Stating the obvious, Cartech. But this one actually is doing a rather decent job. Now, I know I'm running over where I have previously been, but it should be fine, I think, because we're breaking up the soil as we're driving after we've driven on it. Yeah, I'm just justifying it to myself. So I'll finish up this end, I'll do one of the sides, well, I'll do both the sides, and then I'll see you when we're finishing the top headland, and then we can get on to finishing our corn harvest. So, penultimate pass. Not quite got the width, catch everything, but not a problem, and I've really enjoyed doing that. You'll hear Disturb say this a lot, and I know I talk about him, but he's my mate, so whatever. Ploughing is very therapeutic, you know. Just jump in a tractor, stick a plough on, and go and rip up a field. But yeah, that's been cool. I've enjoyed that. Like I say, wasn't. This is going to sound very. I missed a bit. Sorry. This is going to sound probably very. Not unprofessional, but haphazard. I tend to go into start of an episode with a rough idea of what I want to be doing, or what we need to do in that episode. Like today, the corn harvest needs to get done, and then we can think about what we're going to plant or drill, whatever, in the field next. And while we're on that subject, it's probably going to be field beans. But other than that, don't really sort of have a detailed plan, and depending on which channel, or one of these oh, for goodness sake. Right, start again. So depending on if you listen to like the likes of TubeBuddy or vidIQ, you should have a script and all this, like yada yada yada. And I don't. That's probably why I haven't reached 1,000 subscribers yet. But what was the point of what I was saying? I like it when things take an unexpected turn. That's what I was getting to. So I hadn't planned to do this contract today, but we've done it. We've made actually quite a nice job of it, I think. And it's been something different. Sorry, caravanist. So yeah, now we can get back to the scheduled planning, or the plan schedule, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm rambling. We can get back to corn harvest finally. Yeah, like I say, general idea of what we need to do that episode, but like most things, the plan changes quite quickly normally, mostly depending on the weather. So yes, right, let's leave that there. We are going to turn everything off, including the beacons. Let that save nice and quickly. There we go. We will collect our £2,800. There is loads of work to be doing, but we've got our own priorities first. So let us grab the... here you are. We will modify our tyres, and we'll get this in the field on the grain car, and we will resume harvest. I've got the headlands finished, did 3 in the end, just to give ourselves plenty of turning room. Now opening up the field, and I didn't actually look how full we were before I cut in, so hopefully we're gonna get to the end. I think we'll be fine. Then we can go and empty into the trailer. So I've been thinking, I know, yeah, check me out. We're gonna put an increased verge down this side. Hopefully you can see the cursor down this side of the field. It's a shame the gate doesn't open the different way, because we're going to have to make a bit of a sort of, what would you call it, grassy entrance for the headers, and then a bit of a sort of turn in and around to get down to the other field, which is fine. I haven't got a problem with that. I guess the only thing we could do is if we try and plant something in here which is ready after this field. That makes sense. So we're not having to take harvesters through, etc. So that's the plan, and I'll probably do that between episodes rather than mess it up on camera. So let's get this emptied, and then we can crack on and get the field all finished. So a little bit of in-cab while we do our second cut in. So my cunning plan in between episodes is to not try and think whilst I'm turning. So we're going to put in the extended field entrance. we will, or I will, put the track in down the side. What are we caught on? Probably the class. Yep. This is so professional. Right, start again. In between episodes, field entrance extension, track down to the field at the bottom of this one. I will also probably get this ploughed up. I'll lime it first and plough it up, just because I want to be able to play on the map, and don't always have time to record everything. But we've seen the ploughing, done some ploughing today, and at some point in the future we will do some more, no doubt. We can't do anything with this field until, I'm pretty sure it's March. The field beans, yeah, March. So that's what's going to go in here, and that might actually, the field beans may actually replace the soybeans or the protein food, I think, just because soybeans aren't overly a UK crop. I don't think they are. I know people do peas. So yeah, so that's the plan with that one. So yes, we're going to finish the corn harvest. I will lime the field. Don't think we're going to mulch. Lime, I'll plough it, do all the different bits of landscaping I want to do to get the field a little bit more accessible. And then we should be ready for March. There's me talking and not paying attention again. Oh my word. Right, I'll grab the Massey and we'll get unloaded as much as we can. I'll probably see you when we're emptying into the silo. So first load of 20,470 litres of corn going in. Lovely. Quite cool to be actually bringing product off the fields for the first time. Now, next episode we will grab the starter mill and we will commence the production of CCM. So at least then we can start to feed the cows. The cows, my days. The sheeps. No, not even sheep. Oh my word. The pigs. The living pigs. So we can feed the pigs properly. Oh dear. Been a long week. It really has. Oh my word. I'm sorry. Right. I'll do a bit more and I'll see you when we're nearly finished, I think. Right then, last pass, so we'll get the auger out, ready to unload into the Richard Western, and I am very pleased with the yield, actually, considering, you know, pH was awful. So yeah, quite pleased with that. I've brought over the JCB ready, so plan is gonna be probably to do the landscaping first, and then lime the field, get it all ploughed, and then next time we will be into sorting the feed for the pigs. So, ooh, there we go. Get that unloaded. Oops, might have left the engine running on the Massey. Oh dear. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. Trying to keep things moving at a reasonable pace, hence the ×5, and trying to stick to that. I think we're doing about a day-ish an episode, aren't we, at the minute? So that's all really, really good. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the episode, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.